Everyone loves building beautiful Power BI dashboards, but a lot of people skip the most important step, cleaning the data. And that's where Power Query becomes your best friend. Welcome back to Simple Power BI. Today, I'm going to show you why Power Query is hands down the most underrated tool in Power BI. And yes, before you build models or visuals, you need to clean your data. Let's look at this data set. This is real world information, but it has messy headers, has some random blanks, potentially inconsistent dates, some weird capitalization going on. This is exactly what can destroy your visual accuracy if you skip cleaning. Power BI visuals and DAX are only as good as the data you feed them. Garbage in is going to give you garbage out. That's why Power Query is essential. It's your data wash cycle. It cleans, shapes, transforms, and formats everything before the front end of Power BI ever touches it. Let's walk through loading this data. In Power BI Desktop, click Get Data, choose your source, in this case it's a CSV file, and select the tables or sheets that you want. But don't click Load here. That will load your data skipping the transform step. Of course, you can always go back and transform your data later if you accidentally hit the load button, but let's transform our data now. So I hit Transform Data. This opens Power Query, which is considered the back end of Power BI and where all the cleaning happens. When Power Query opens, you'll see three main areas: your queries, your data preview in the middle, and your applied steps over on the right. Everything you do here is saved as a step. Makes it easy so that we can automate data cleaning with every refresh or go back and delete and edit steps. Great feature that everything we do is saved as a step. Let's start with renaming these columns. We are striving for clean and consistent names, which will make it easier for us to use these columns when we create measures and calculated columns in the future. To rename a column, we can double-click on the column name or right-click and select Rename. You'll find there are often multiple ways to accomplish the same task in Power BI. Next up, data types. Power BI expects clean data types so visuals sort correctly and your calculations work. Fixing this up front avoids messy debugging later. Let's change the data type for the annual income column. It looks like this should read as a currency or a fixed decimal number. There are three ways we can change the data type here. We can click on the left side of the column header, we can right-click on the column header and select Change Type, or we can go to our Transform tab and select Data Type. Three different ways to accomplish the same task. Now I'll remove errors and blank rows. Super common issues when pulling data from shared spreadsheets. We do that by selecting Remove Rows from the Home ribbon and then selecting Remove Errors and Remove Blank Rows. You'll notice that as we take these actions, the steps are being added to the Applied Steps pane over on the right. We can go back and remove these steps or edit these steps later on should we want to. In the Transform tab, we can format our text using Format. We change the case of the data, or we can trim and clean the data as we want. Sometimes you need columns separated. For example, splitting a full name that's in a column into a first name column and a last name column. Power Query makes this easy with just a click. In this example, if we wanted to split the email address column, we could do that by selecting that column, going to the Transform ribbon, and using Split Column. We would choose the @ symbol as our delimiter and choose the leftmost delimiter, and voila! We have two separate columns, one for text before the @ and one for after. Duplicate rows can be silent killers. Let's remove them by using the Remove Rows action in the Home ribbon. We can create new columns here in the back end of Power BI and Power Query instead of using DAX when the logic belongs in the data preparation layer. We strive to transform data as close as possible to our data source. Power Query can also join tables. Think of it like VLOOKUP, but way more powerful. You can append and merge queries from the Home ribbon, but a future video will explore that further. When you're done, click Close and Apply. Power Query loads clean, structured data into your data model. And now, you're ready to create your model and create relationships between the queries that you have loaded. No surprises, no broken visuals, no nightmare debugging. Power Query may not be flashy, but it is foundational. If you master this tool, everything else in Power BI becomes easier. Your models get cleaner, your DAX becomes simpler, and your visuals become more accurate. Future videos will explore Power Query transformations in more detail. If this helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more simple Power BI tutorials. And drop a comment if you want a deeper dive into Power Query transformations.